All right. So finally did it. It was some technical gobbledygook rigmarole, whatchamacallit, all that crap. So my bad. Sorry, y'all. But I'm glad um, that some of you all are here. I know that there were more people in the other stream, but I'm sorry I couldn't get it to operate properly. So I'm sorry about that. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a shirt I've had for a while. I've never worn it yet, but I figured, hey, what the heck? Tonight I'll wear it. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. It's kind of cool. Feels a little weird, but it's like so it's like torn there and stuff, and then it's like torn here like that. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. Oh, cool. Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, y'all got lost again. Well, you're here now. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it makes me kind of feel a little black magicy, I guess. I figured that if I'm going to do this, I might as well dress nice and dress appropriately for the occasion and not just wear like some bullcrap t-shirt, whatever, like I normally would. So, I'm just getting used to wearing like, I don't know if you would call this designer clothes or whatever. Maybe that's not what it is, but it's definitely not what I used to wear very often. I don't know, didn't want to go through the trouble really. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at y'all. Always, you always make me smile, make me laugh. You guys freaking rock. So thank you for being here. Hope everybody's had a good Friday so far, or if it's Saturday, wherever you live in the world, it's possible, I guess. Man, Ron. So Ron said he did an intense rite with Lucifer, Lilith, Samael, and Azazel earlier with a friend. Some initiations and dedication, right? That's cool, man. Hell yeah. I bet it was awesome. Yeah, I gotta have some kind of aesthetic flair, I guess. My aesthetic flair can't always be a southern white working man that doesn't give a F, I guess. That was usually what it was, I think. I know ciggies are bad. I was vaping and then I got really stressed out and I started smoking again. And I've been smoking like a freight train for the past few weeks, but I'll stop again very soon. They are bad though. You're absolutely right. I can definitely feel the difference. I can feel like a shortness of breath and very mucusy pretty much all the time. Y'all know the story. Y'all know all about it. Smell bad, all that kind of stuff. Oh, you gonna see our teeth? They're probably not white. They're like, I don't know, whatever color a person that drinks coffee, tea, soda, and smokes his teeth would look like. It's not white. It's not a shade of white. I guess that's yellow, maybe. Yeah, smoking is not good. Smoking's not good at all. What's up, Ethan? Travis, Anthony, Jennifer, Satanic Lives Matters. What's up? Ron S. Source adversary, what's up? Yeah, love you too. Thank you. Seeking Serpent 6, what's up? And Brent. I don't know, Brent. I saw your post about that, and I didn't get a chance to comment on it. Salted stale urine. Well, it's funny you say that because I actually did something kind of similar with Asmodeus about 3 weeks ago, and it was a weird thing. It wasn't like like any kind of weird sexual thing. It was just like some weird peeing in a jar type of deal. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't really tell you there. I would just feel that one out and see what you think. Yeah, Leviathan's freaking awesome for sure. Hey, what's up, D? Your thing's in the mail, D. You should have it in a few days, however long it takes the United or U.S. Postal Service rather to cross the ocean. Who knows, right? What's up, Milton? Shadow Serpent. Yeah, that's right. You're welcome. Oh yeah, the flu does suck. Fuck. Oh yeah, yeah. He is a bit bony. Yeah, he's pretty cool though. What does he do? Let's see. Let's see. I guess his damn batteries are dead or something. This is on right here. Maybe he'll do something. Oh, it's his eyes. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, he's cool. I'm sorry. I know that bottle was probably loud in the microphone. I forget about that. But yeah, this skeleton is freaking awesome. I wish they had stuff like this when I was a kid, but they didn't really. Well, they did, but it would be really expensive, and it wasn't really very readily accessible. It wasn't readily accessible. But now you can get skeletons, arm bones, leg bones, foot bones, jabberjaws, whatever you want. You got freaking bone collectors everywhere. Hey, Susan, what's up? What is my take on aliens? Ask Source Adversary. Well, I was never really too interested in aliens, ever really. But I know they exist for sure. And I believe really that, and I believe this only because I've been shown it and it's been discussed with me and all of that kind of thing, that it's not necessarily that the demons that we know are aliens, but I mean, really, in a sense, they would be, because they are interdimensional beings. They're in another dimension as a consciousness, and they are transmitting their consciousness via a frequency. The same way that we do, the same way that aliens do, like the telepathy that they use. From what I was told about, I guess a year and a half ago, Azazel had explained some things to me about this, and then Lucifer ultimately came to me during a healing session that I was doing for a client of mine over the phone. And Lucifer showed up and kind of made me, I I thought I had passed out on my client, like I had fallen asleep or something. I mean, I guess I did kind of like nod out, but it was like he had Lucifer had like put me into like this weird trance state. But he just appeared like right there where I was, and in the middle of a energy work session, he just goes into like, here's what is going on with this guy. This is what it's all about. This is what the problem is. This is how you identify it. This is how you, remedy the situation, that kind of thing. So I guess to start it off, and I mean, I know I've talked about this before, and I know everybody has their own idea of what their higher self would be, or what that is, and that kind of thing. And I know there's some that say they're, like, what is that, or there is no such thing, or whatever. But the way that it was explained to me, the way that I guess I could understand it best, was that our higher self is pretty much like a god already. I mean, it's a consciousness, just like the spirits that we work with are, residing somewhere, wherever our actual home is, like in another dimension somewhere, probably. And then for what Asmodeus has been showing me here lately, that higher self, there's also alternate dimensions and then alternate realities within each dimension where you exist as well. And there can be some swapping of realities and things of that nature. But I'm gonna go off on a tangent there. As Ozzy was showing me how he's like, okay, so the real you, your higher self, this consciousness that's wherever it is, think of that as a kid playing like a video game, for example. There's a invisible tether that is connecting that consciousness to what we identify as ourselves, which is an avatar. This isn't really me. Your bodies really aren't you. It's a representation of, what you really are, which is that consciousness. And so it's basically like you're giving that consciousness an opportunity to live in this three-dimensional world, and your higher self is trying to guide you in the right direction. It's much easier for that to take place like it should when your vibration is high. When you really don't have a lot of things that you have done to, like, as far as like damaging your aura, not damaging it, but weakening it, lowering your vibration. It makes the connection between you and your higher self distorted. And then, of course, we have the whole free will thing too. So I think that just really makes it that much harder for our higher self to make split decisions and make good decisions and help us with it. When we've got those variables in there, I mean, of course, it's not just going to be a simple little like Sims game simulation. There's going to be some monkey wrenches thrown in the mix, and that's what we do with our free will. But basically, he was just showing me how it's like, okay, yeah, it's like playing a video game. This consciousness just controls this avatar. Now, the connection, which is a frequency that you use to communicate with your higher self, you also use that frequency to communicate with spirits, to communicate with aliens, to communicate really with anything. It's going to be a vibrational frequency, resonant frequency type of situation. And the frequency that we use to communicate with what we could call demons is so similar to the one that aliens use that, they can identify it, they can see it, especially your connection to your higher self. And what they want to do, or what they do, is they have like these, it's like an astral harpoon that they will harpoon into that frequency connection that you have established with your higher self. And they try to basically hijack that, and they try to basically hijack you. Um, and when they do that, they are distorting your connection really, really badly. And, their goal basically, from what I understand, would be just to drain the hell out of the person and then to ultimately kind of possess them and to become in total control and break down that connection to actual self, like altogether. And Lucifer showed me this. It looked like, for one thing, he showed me that, spirits and aliens and everything else, they attach right here on the back of your head. So since we have a specimen, a live specimen here, we're going to do a little in-house examples here. Okay, so right here, right here, so right in this area, right where the neck goes into the skull. So this is your Zeal chakra, or your Saeda, whatever it's called. I don't know. Mouth of God. I always call it Mouth of God. But if you feel, and you can see it on this skeleton too, there's a little knot right here, right? And there's a little soft palate, kind of like right there, right where your spine, and there's your skull. That's right where that chakra is. Now, anything that wants to attach to you, that's where it's going to happen. And Lucifer showed me that it was like this, basically. Like, he kind of walked up and took his hand like this and was just like, "Hey, buddy," and like smacked it and grabbed it, basically. And it was like, that's what he was showing me. He's like, they get a hold of you like this, and then they're just like, they got you. And you're trying to like move, you're trying to do your thing, but they got you right here. And the thing that I saw that Lucifer showed me that was on this guy, so it sat right here, kind of over to one shoulder a little bit more, kind of like peeking over, but it looked like, the best thing that I could describe it as is it looked like Krang from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon from, like, I don't know, 87, 88, whatever that is. It looked like a little grayish, pinkish little blob with tentacles. And it was attached to his spine, but set up on his shoulder, and kind of like, was just going to basically be, attached. And it's like, there wasn't literally I mean, I guess it could be an interdimensional being that's attached to him. So you just really can't see it necessarily because it's vibrating so fast. But it was kind of more of a representation of like what that alien is doing to this person, now that it was actually like attached and able to do its thing and do what it does. So basically what it does, is, in order to drain you and control you and whatever else it ultimately wants to do, is that it makes you very depressed and very tired, and depressed at the point to where you really don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to like go do anything. You don't want to socialize with people. I mean, it's really just like what Lucifer showed me is that they showed like a person's house, but mainly a person's bedroom, especially a person's bed, as their cage. And they want to keep you in your cage. They want to keep you depressed and feeling like shit and just wanting to stay home and being like, F all of this, life sucks, I'm tired, what's wrong with me? But then I forgot that I even thought anything was wrong with me, and you just keep on letting this alien parasite drain you, I guess. There's things that you can do to combat that for sure, but that's really what Lucifer showed me that day, was that whole alien parasite thing. And it's like, I don't have the answer, I guess, that I would say for sure that like the demons are aliens, but I will say that the aliens do exist also. and the demons are aware of them, and maybe they're becoming more of an issue for humanity now than they were before, or what have you. But I've definitely experienced it. I've talked to several demons about them. I have a freaking alien. I mean, I don't know what else it could be on camera. It's in a video. I think Joseph Nunn might have it on his channel, but I have the raw footage of it. And I was in my old basement. This was like in the afternoon on like a weekday or something, and I was going to do an energy work session for a client, and I was getting my laptop opened up and like set up and everything while I was getting other stuff ready. And my computer makes this freaking insane, freaking crazy, grinding, robotic, long, drawn out, freaking insane, like in the throes of death sound. And I had a nanny cam in that basement. So I was moving, I was talking, it was recording. After, I forget about it and look later and you see paranormal stuff or whatever, what have you. But what I got with this was that after it made that noise, it was so crazy. I thought it was like a spirit or something of that nature. I wasn't thinking aliens, but I actually like talked to it and I'm like, please don't F with my computer. I need it. Don't mess with that, please. I say that and I can continue just to get the room ready. And you can see from from the nanny cam, you can see my laptop, this same one I'm using right here. And you can see this like little head peek out to the right hand side, like beside the screen. It's like it's hiding. It's sitting on a bar top that you can go on either side of, like a little tiki bar thing. And you see like it's like the alien was like hiding behind my laptop screen because I had it folded up. And it like peeks his head out, and you see his like shiny black eyes. It's crazy, and then he like ducks down and makes a noise when he does that. And it startles me, and I look, and I think I even go back there too at some point. I mean, there was something back there, but like you can see it in that video. It's crazy. And I've got some weird markings that I think are like some implants and things too that are freaking nuts. Yeah, so I've had more alien experiences, I think, than I've even or could I even like begin to venture to guess. But they're definitely out there, though. I will say that they're definitely around. So I'll get back to this. Some techniques on clearing them. Okay, on clearing like parasites and things like that. Okay, so one thing you want to do, the most important thing is to raise your vibration. And I know that might sound like really white lighty and like I'm gonna say it pussified, okay, but it's like it's just kind of like what you have to do, though. I mean, you got to do it, and it makes a big difference. It makes you feel better, but also it really like thwarts a lot of freaking problems and challenges that you would have if you were vibrating low enough for those things to just be able to grab on. And then you really go through a bunch of crap. I take a lot of salt baths, and I really, really enjoy them. And the one thing that you do when you're doing that is really, really be present in the moment when you're taking that bath. Like be just like melting into the bath water. And I always make sure that I get my head, the mouth of God chakra area. I get that down into the water too and like let that soak. It just feels like it makes a difference for me. But when you're taking that bath, just think about it as like sanity time for yourself, like a rejuvenation, type of therapeutic experience, but also what I would typically do is I will invoke the energy of the Daizan, which the Daizan will open a portal in which you can evacuate any um, negative energy, stagnant energy, anything that you're removing from yourself. You don't want it just to have it hanging out in the room. You need to send it into that portal. So um, whenever I'm doing energy work or taking like a salt bath or anything, anything where there's going to be stagnant energy, or if you want to call it negative energy, emotional type baggage type things, anything like that, even physical pain, like physical injuries. Um, the Daizan is like, it's just like a spiral basically. And I just kind of like look up and just draw that Daizan. So you draw it in the air, and I just kind of go like Daizan, Daizan, Daizan. And then usually I'll draw it in my hands as well. As well as other like symbols of power, different modalities, and from an energy work standpoint. But um, that will at least give any of the energy that you're pulling out, anything that you don't want to have hanging around or just back inside you again, after you've removed it, just send it on through that portal. Where it goes, I don't know. I guess it goes to a like trash monster on freaking what is that damn thing? The Death Star or something. Yeah, it's a Daizan. Yep, that's right. Yeah, I think that's how you spell it too, Dice Controller. I think it's just like that. Yeah, yeah, it's like Leviathan. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, yep. Yeah, man, Jax, yep, I've gotten a lot of that stuff too. Like that, there's some freaking crazy markings and things. It's freaking nuts, man. Yeah, you can do the same under shower water. Yeah. I mean, I've had a lot of clients that I needed them to take some salt baths and they weren't able to do it. And I just tell them to get the shower water really warm, and they get, 2 cups of salt and kind of make a paste with it, and just kind of rinse from, head to toe with some of that paste. Whenever I'm taking a bath like that too, like a ritual bath or, like a cleansing salt bath, um, there are particular places that I pay attention to that, and this is just something that I guess really like Baruch really showed me because I work with him so much in regards to like ritual work and energy work and things. But that I guess there's a lot of energy. I don't know if this is like a meridian thing or what. I haven't really studied those, but it might not have anything to do with that at all. But anywhere I guess where there's a bend, where there's an angle, there's certainly more of an apt for energy maybe to be a sticking point, but also too, I mean, of course, dirt is going to settle in places like that. And so I've always paid really, really, and this just feels like it makes a difference to me. Before I do any kind of magic, I'll always take a shower at least. I usually take baths like exclusively, but if I'm pressed for time, I'll take a shower. But I like pay very, very like close attention to make sure that I don't miss any of the areas on my body that have a bend. So I clean like the inside of like my elbow really well and the outside, in between my fingers, and get my fingernails, your armpits, your knees, and then especially the back sides of your knees, um, things like that, the back of your neck, your ears, in between your toes, the bottom soles of your feet. All of those kind of areas are just like I go over them, several times and just really make sure that I'm focusing extra attention on it. And what it means, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's just a crazy, like some kind of, not crazy, but maybe it's just some kind of OCD thing that I do, and it doesn't mean a darn thing. But it doesn't matter what it means to anybody else. It matters what it means to you and what kind of energy and power that it can invoke within you, about whatever it is. You know, whatever does it for you might not do it for me, and vice versa. But it's whatever can get you into that mindset and that state of mind and that groove, that little subtle sweet spot that you can get into, um, where you just don't even have to try. You don't even have to like think about the ritual. You just go through it like it's like some beautiful freaking dance that every step to, and it's just memorized. It's like ingrained within you, and so you just lose track of time, and later on it's just like a crazy dream, but it happened. But yeah, that's JJ. What up, JJ? What up, Alvin? What's up, Wild Style? Oh, and it's Dice Controller 187. That one's a little different. I had to change it up for you. Yeah, and then cord cutting too. That's a good point right there, Dice Controller. Cord cutting is really, really good. Um, Usually, like when I'm doing like a cord cutting thing, I usually work with Baruch. I've worked with Azazel to do this, a couple of times as well, um, and also Shemyaza for cord cutting, and just do a bit, just try to feel it, but also just do that visualization and just scan yourself and have that spirit scan you as well. And anywhere where there's any of those attachments, have them sever those freaking cords, and just like really see it happening, in your mind like a movie. That's always just so important. You got to like see it happening, in that manner, like an emotion picture, pretty much. I mean, I know not everybody's the same. Not everybody sees it like a movie. Maybe they see it like pictures or something, or a PowerPoint presentation. But the more I can see it like it is straight up reality, like comparable to what our physical interactions are, and all of that kind of thing. Um, the hell am I talking about? Dude, I just freaking like I forgot what I was even saying and what I was talking about. My bad, y'all. I can't. I'm not even gonna try. Like, I'm not even gonna try to remember. Shit. I don't even know. That just happened. I guess, right? What's up, Truth Seeker? One of those nights. Yeah, you got it. I don't know what the hell happened. I wasn't even thinking about anything else. It was just kind of like, um, it's just like the car drove right off a cliff. And I was just like, what? What? Okay, here we go. Yes, visualize the cord cutting. Thank you. Thank you, Dice Controller. Man, you were just helping me out, man, like crazy tonight. Thank you. Yes. So, visualizing. The visualization is like freaking so important. Like what I'm doing, I think I've talked about this before too, but I'll say it again real quick. So what I'm doing, like energy work now, especially if there is a physical ailment, whatever that physical ailment is, whether somebody is, has an upset stomach, or they've hurt their back, they pulled a muscle, they just had surgery, whatever it is. Um, when I am moving energy and pushing energy, into that person that I'm working on. I'm also visualizing what's taking place inside of their body, like on like an energetic cellular level, if you will. Like, but it's also, if it's like a physical thing, if it's their stomach or something, then I'm gonna kind of visualize the inside of that area of their stomach, and that there's some freaking upheaval and some some unrest over whatever it is, and so it's causing discomfort for that person. So I can see whatever it is that is the culprit for making their stomach hurt as a bunch of, like, they look like red, like blood cells or something, or just like red, like little ping pong balls or something, whatever, just like little cells. And they're in that area, and they're just kind of like moving around like some little like Atari looking bull crap. And then I will then visualize like just this influx, like flood of like blue cells that look just like those red ones. And they just come like rushing in. And then sometimes I'll like add some like elemental um, aspects to it and energy to it. Like I will add in like very like freezing cold ice and temperature and like wind into it, and like people have described saying that they felt like they were like frozen on the inside and it like numbed it and stuff. Like I'll visualize that sometimes. Like when I'm doing the cord cutting stuff, I will visualize when those cords are being cut, then I'll visualize like spiritual fire like cauterizing those freaking areas where it's been cut, and like just to where nothing else can attach to it, like it's just totally healed, totally cauterized. But I envision these blue cells coming in, and they just surround those red cells, and they're just kind of slowly just like eating them up, eating them up, eating them up, eating them up, to then where there's nothing but blue left. um and that's just kind of where I end with, that type of specifics, as far as visualization or some type of healing thing like that. That's usually when I would like be winding the session down, after all the red cells have been overtaken. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can cauterize it. You can you can cauterize whatever y'all want to, man. Like there's nothing better than like burning skin to close it up. Like that's like they'll never top that one. Oh yeah, that violet fire too. Yeah, yep. Oh, the Baruch sigil. Yeah. Baruch's really cool, man. I tell you what, I still don't really know what is up with him entirely. Really, I mean, maybe I do, and I just don't realize I do. But I feel like there would be a whole lot more to him, as far as like, I'm going to find out this or that or what have you. But I don't know. He's a little, I don't know, like he's like a little secretive or something. He just kind of establishes that bond and that trust and does a lot of awesome stuff for you, and will help you out in many ways, do a lot of really cool healing things. But he doesn't really like talk about it like that. He's just kind of like, okay, I'm here, let's do this, blah, 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 and do his thing. And like usually, sorry, my stomach is growling. Usually, I don't want to say usually, okay, on occasion, what will happen. So just to give you all an example of how I do, um, I mean, it's rare that I do any like in-person energy work sessions or anything like that anymore. When I first got started, that was really, all one would ever do. I mean, I would think most people, anyways. That's all I did, and I didn't really want to ever, or didn't think that I could do anything from a distance like that. And I found that it's like it really and truly, it's like the distance sessions are almost more powerful and more beneficial than an in-person session. It's really strange, but um, hold on a second. It's happening again. Um, Let me remember what I was just talking about again. Okay, so it was Baruch. Oh yeah, and doing the distance healing and stuff. Okay, so if you were to do an energy work session with me from a distance, usually what I'll do is it'll be like this, as far as like we'll talk for a few minutes, but I like to have the video chat connection. I actually use the part of that technology to use it as like a means of like a sympathetic link to the person that I'm working with. I also use the Hanjajo Sheinin. I can't say that word; it's very difficult. But it's just a Usai Reiki distance healing symbol to kind of help you to send that energy from a distance. But um, I'll have the person lay down, whether they're on their bed or their couch or whatever. I don't have to see the person at that point. I can just feel the connection of like the energy of the room that they're in and them. And then so I'll do the session, and usually Baruch will show up. He'll help me out, and then in many cases he will request to stay for like another 10 or 15 minutes at the end of the session, and I just basically then leave him to it to finish up whatever it is. I can see it in my mind. It's like he's like doing like this operation or something. It's crazy, like a surgeon. And he's always has, typically when he's doing stuff like that, he's got two, I guess you'd call them succubi with him, two female spirits of some sort. And there have been four at one time, but that was just one occasion that I can remember. Usually it's two, but he'll kind of just, he lets me do my part. He does his part, and sometimes it takes him longer to do his part, and he has to stay and do that, and he does. And he's just, it's like, hey, that's what I'm going to do, and that's really like all he'll say to me the whole freaking thing. It's crazy, but usually he'll come through. He'll help make a difference in whatever it is that you need. That's for sure. So I'll draw that sigil out for you. Oh yes, Brent, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Getting out of those freaking toxic relationships and kind of protecting yourself from that crazy energy. Yeah, Belial will definitely help with that. Yeah, I hate when it's freaking like unseasonably warm. Yeah, it is good to know how to do things backwards. Absolutely. Absolutely. Then it's like you learn, when you take it apart, you learn how it goes together or how it went together. Let's say so. Baruch as an offering, you can definitely give him a drop of blood. Um, I mean, really, for him, more than anything else, really and truly, it's like um, a carved or like just a dressed candle with some oil, maybe some incense, like rubbed into whatever you carve into it. He likes stuff like that. I've given him some sweets on occasion. I've never really given him any alcohol. He's never really wanted any alcohol, but he's really mm, he's not a very demanding spirit at all as far as that kind of stuff goes. He's what the hell? He's like appreciates offerings, but he doesn't require them. Put it like that. Yeah, all spirits like blood, that's for sure. I have found that, but I will say that I think that Belial likes a lot of blood, um, more more so than any other spirit that I've ever worked with, by like a huge long shot. Like it's like goddamn ridiculous type of shit. But that's cool though. Um, does it have to be perfect? No, I don't think anything ever has to be perfect. It just has to be the best that you're able to do. If you're always doing your best and you're giving it everything you got, and and understanding too that there are days where 60% of like total output potential is giving it all you got. The spirits understand that too, and that's something I wanted to talk about as well. It's and I know you all talk to a lot of these people, and have probably thought in this manner, and I have before many times, and I've had things happen that did not require me to really do any um, physical work, in like just like the mundane world, in coordination with the magic that I was doing in order to make this manifestation come to pass. um, but I think it's just the best that everyone takes the definition of what magic is and adds in like some parentheses or something, and a little extra verbiage, so it's like, okay, what is the definition of magic? Is making a change in this physical world through non-physical means. So I've had a lot of people take that quite literally, in that it should only require non-physical means. Like there shouldn't be any like physical um, correlation whatsoever. There should be no physical aspect to it. It should just be like, hey, I summoned a demon. The demon is almighty, all powerful, all knowing, and that demon should be able to deliver on what it is that I've asked of him, because he's a demon, right? So why should I have to go and do this and this and that and whatever else? And the magic too. F that. This demon should be able to do this. Like, what the heck's going on? Are we black magicians or what? What the hell's going on here? Is this just like some like law of attraction or something going on here? I don't want that. I want some black magic. And it's like, okay, well, it's going to require more than just a ritual typically. It's going to require some elbow grease and some blood, sweat, and tears, and some getting out of your comfort zone, and, some learning experiences that these demons put together with all of this physical stuff that we do. So um, there's really not too much, way that you can avoid it. I mean, I'm sure everyone here has had amazing manifestations from rituals that you have performed that were quite literally like miracles, like to where you can't explain it. There's nothing that you had to do. There was just a serious change that took place in your reality as a direct result of the ritual that you performed, and only that. I mean, yeah, that happens for sure. But it's like, what I guess what I was getting at is like the definition should kind of be like making a change in this physical plane of existence through non-physical means, and then in parentheses through, or either comma, through non-physical means, comma, and in combination with physical, some minor physical means or something, something like that. Or maybe like a disclaimer. I don't know. Get that elbow grease. Yeah, frequencies are really good for healing. I actually just got myself like one thing that I've been really into the past, I don't know, 2 months, maybe 3 months, something like that. I don't know if any of you have listened to any of this before, but it's like a hand pan, like a steel drum, I guess you would call it, but it's like a hand pan drum. Um, that is like so freaking therapeutic and healing. They're so freaking badass. I actually bought one yesterday and I should have it maybe tomorrow, if not Monday. So I'm looking forward to messing around with that thing. But like the tones, the frequencies, like the vibrations that come out of that freaking instrument are freaking awesome. They really are awesome. The Forest of Diana. What is this Forest of Diana, Humbristo? Sounds cool, whatever it is. What secret does Diana have in her forest? What secret will she reveal? I'm going to draw that sigil for you, Mr. Dice Controller 187. 10/4/11/80, 2610. You know that's a 2610. Huh. All right. So, Baruch, I'm going to write his name as well so that you will know how to spell it, what it look like. Okay, so that's Baruch. Yeah, so it's like this. How about that? Could you guys see that? Hermosa. Oh, could y'all? Well, you sending it right, but it's so destructive that you're reluctant to do so. Well, it's all good. I mean, I would love to check it out, though. Yeah, she is. I tell you, isn't she? She's a sweet gal and a hell of a good cook. I tell you what, too, it's like perfect. It's like no arguments, No arguments at all. No disagreements of any type. Like, you cost me like practically nothing at all. I mean, really, I can't think, I cannot think of a time that you actually cost me any money. I mean, this is like virtually like maintenance free, worry free. See, I mean, you don't need like, there's no set it and forget it. You don't even have to set anything. It's just like ready to go. I mean, it's ready to go. Man, I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, say whatever I want to say. You're not going to complain. I mean, I'll tell you what, this is rather interesting concept. She probably is a bit boring in bed, though, you know. But to be honest, though, and I mean, I'm sure we all know, I mean, like there are people in the world that old skidubbly boo boo right here might give them a run for their money. You never know. Like a seat stole? What's a seat stole? Oh, you want me to do that? Okay. Oh Lord. Try to talk you out of it too. Oh, that sigil season was for Baruch. Okay, so all right, let's see what we got here. See, look, I mean, it's like so cool. I mean, the range of motion in this skeleton, it's like so lifelike, like it's actually real. But I think, I mean, okay, yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, he's gonna have a hard time making this bend. Oh, go for it. Get up in that face hole. He's doing it for you, Milton. There you go. Look at that. All up in that. He was all up in that face. Yeah, girl, I'm gonna get all up in that face. All up in that face hole. Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got it. We got it. It's doing all right. I don't even know why am I even looking at this thing. But yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what else that we were doing. Wow. Sorry, I'm just reading a lot of your things, and I guess I should read them out loud and then verbalize my reaction to it and all of that to make for better viewing pleasure later. But I don't have the energy. I don't have it in me right now. I did. That must be what was sidetracking me tonight. I think you're right. I think that is what it is. I'm just all like, oh, like I'm just like thinking about it. I'm like all like in anticipation. Y'all know that anticipation that it's like that strange, you know. It's like the unknown, and you're anticipating this newness, like, oh, I wonder what it's gonna be like. I wonder if I'm going to be able to please her. I wonder if she'll like leave right away as soon as it's over. Or maybe she'll stay and never leave. Like, and that's just like a small handful of like the hundreds of freaking scenarios and crazy crap that could, whoa. Oh, I mean, it is nearly 3 a.m. I know. I'm like, oh, somebody's getting a boner? Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. I might have to see. I'll give it a whirl. I'll report on it next week. I mean, I know for one thing, it'll be an experience. I'll tell you that. Whatever it is, it'll be an experience. But what time is it? Like, yeah, I know I was really late. I know we haven't been going for that long, but I just don't have any stamina tonight. Tired. Like this one tonight, it just had to be a quickie. Okay, y'all. Sorry. Okay, those can be good too. You could make those great. So I did the best that I could. Did the best I could with what I'm working with. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. Like, I was thinking about that, Van Jax. He said, like, this is quickly venturing into weird part of YouTube territory. And, like, I've kind of felt like that. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Like, the past, I don't know, however many streams. Yeah, it just gets weirder and weirder. And I don't know. Maybe not always, but recently it seems like it has been. Maybe it's going to be extremely conservative, dry, and boring next time. You never know. You never know. You never know what you got till it's gone. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my God. Like, where does he get this deep, profound insight and fucking. Oh, they're proverbs. I got 'em like all of them from Proverbs. Yeah, life is weird. Oh my gosh, man, life is really weird. I mean, to tell you, like, I don't even know, but yeah, like, oh God, man. Yeah, weird is good. I mean, this is a city. She's that's right. They did indeed. They did, and it's how it's gonna be. Yeah. Oh man. I know exactly. We summon demons. I know, right? Like, if you would have told me when I was like 25 or shit, 28, even 20, 21, any of those from 20 to 28, something like that, that I'd be doing some magic and like summoning demons and shit, I'd be like, what? I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, what are you talking about? Freaking bullshitty bull, like, bliggy like a boo dang. Like, what are you talking about? I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, there'd be no way. But things change. Really? Oh man, I like the that yeah, Van Jackson, the Cinderella version from I don't know, is it 86, 87, 88? I don't know, but like that's the shit. I was watching that video like a couple weeks ago actually. Well, everybody, old Green Eyes gonna miss ya. I don't think I have green eyes though. I think they're blue. Something, I don't know. Who knows? But I'm going to head off to bed. Maybe I'll watch like Event Horizon or something like that. Maybe a League of Their Own. Oh yeah, it feels like a League of Their Own night. Who's with me? Yeah, man. See y'all tomorrow. And in that marrow. See y'all in that marrow. Yeah, I'm gonna take her to bed. I'm gonna bend her over the sofa cushion or something so she's comfortable and she can rest. So yes. Yep. I'm gonna turn off that fire in her eyes. Yep. So that's it. I'm gonna plug her in and that's it. Me too. I'm gonna do that too. So hell yes. Yep. Oh, it's gonna be a true Netflix and chill. Oh, you know I will, Milton. You know that's right. You know I don't fuck around. Hmm. See you guys later. I'm so tired. Oh, I'm gonna sleep in this. I'm like so tired. I'm just gonna like wake up a sweaty mess. Take care, y'all. And your book will be in the mail too. Um, Seeking Circum 6. Sweet dreams to you all. Oh, I will kiss her. You ain't gonna need to see no tongue action though. That's privates. And the the sexual organs. Like that. I don't know. There's like rest in peace, Captain Spaulding, like whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is. I know he died recently. Yeah.